Hello, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. Hello, guys. Cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. Really lucky to know what we know. Can't imagine many people ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddess our thanks. I mean, airships seem like they're relatively common, so it's probably not that bad. Hey, you're piloting. Hey there, I'm Graft. I'm from the Imperial Army's Air Force. I have to say though, I've never seen a ship like this before. Yeah, and as if that wasn't enough to get me excited, I get to work under the Radiant Blade Master himself. If Prince Alfred wants to bring about that ideal of his, the Blade Master's the right guy to have in his corner. Safe to say that I'm just looking forward to see what effect this airship has on the world. It should, I'd be shocked if it didn't have a significant effect, considering how they're talking. Everything on the airship is really cutting edge. Prince Albert really does love his surprises. First, he returns to Heimdall on the Arseal, and now this. He seems like an eccentric type. I knew the captain's daughter would be coming on board, but seeing them talk is rather heartwarming. Please relax and leave the operation of the airship to us. The crew here comes from a wide range of backgrounds, but we're all confident in our skills. Okay. If you say so. I mean, I keep hearing about how this is like an airship like no one's ever seen before, so... I mean, just give me a reason to not trust you. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Claus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know why I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard, though. Wait, why are they having this discussion while I'm here? Reen, back away slowly. Let them have their conversation in private. It's clearly a very personal one. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Rower, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope the nonsense will be able to hold the old Gaul at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely naming you Captain. What are the chances that the new thing to take root involves us? Probably. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose. Well, true, building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it as as a deterrent. Laura's right. Has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Because Oliver just wants to go. What was it? Flights of fancy. Yeah, probably that. Very perceptive of you. Regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month. But I'm proud to see how much you've grown, just since you enrolled in the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Living alongside them has been a constant source of insights. You have something to say? Why are we just staring at each... Laura, stop staring... Reen, stop... No. Oh my goodness. So tell me, Reen, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? No. I don't think so. I'm not sure she's made any friends. She seems... She's a pretty big loner, you know? Uh-huh. I think she's fitting in just fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times, I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up with her being less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue to look out for her. Well, she is at a military academy. She also grew up with people just adoring her from all around. Not sword fighters, obviously, too. Of course. I'm glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. We haven't reached rank 5 yet, man. We're not there yet. Whatever the truth is, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior towards my daughter. Oh, wait, what? No. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. I'm just going to walk away now. But I'd like to think that I know how to conduct myself towards my classmates. Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Hey, Laura, you're just staring at us having this conversation. You clearly heard that. What are the two of you going on about with your whispering and your furtive glances? What else could you possibly have been doing but paying attention to what we're saying? We're like 2 feet away from you. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. Just a little discussion between men. You need a way. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As soon as thaws, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh. He really does care about her. He just doesn't want to see her. Any excuse to get out of the house. Ooh, this is fancy. It's still a bit gray for my taste, but it's less gray than the other place, than the Grelia Fortress. Let's go to the first floor first. Yeah, this is the hold. Okay. You'll find the ship's hangar beyond here. Feel free to go in if you like. Unfortunately, though, can't let you into the factory and engine room opposite. The factory? You have a motherfucking factory on here? What the hell? Why would you have a factory on an airship? Oh my goodness. Head mechanic, Bonker. Hey, Bonker. Ooh, getting the ship ready for today was a real struggle. CCF and the Epstein Foundations helped really grease the wheels, though. So yeah, welcome to the nonsense. Space is the most state-of-the-art airship in the world, hands down. Yeah, it's almost nonsensical. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Rhineford company was involved in developing something at this scale all this time. Then I found out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in development with the Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. Basically, way too much. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Rhineford Group. Wait, shouldn't she know about all of them? She should be at least aware of all of them. At least had them cross her desk and be like, yeah, that's a good idea. Yep, that's a good idea. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh, uprising. Oh, hello, Master Reen. What did we go on about not calling me Master? Oh, sorry, am I interrupting something? I'm getting pretty used to just barging in on people's private conversations. Just pretend I'm not here. I'll just stand here, watching. Eyes wide open. No, it's okay. Your eyes are perfectly fine. Have you finished exploring the airship? Nope. I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Rower. Finished? I don't think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. Looking forward to landing in Rower, though. It's been a while since I've been to the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right, you're from Emer, so I guess you would, then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed about all things Rower. Sure, why not? Okay, good. Rower used to be a factory town, but it grew into a sort of hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is about 200,000, and since it's the city's in the Nordia province, it's under Marquis Ragner's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. Kinda made it hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure, divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in the places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of how many number of times I had to go pick up Lady Elisa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say stuff like that like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. What, like a year ago? Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, north of Rower is the Sashin Iron Mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of Rhineford Group's products in some form or another. The amount of ore they get from just the one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. It's never good to be that reliant on a singular place. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Sashin mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the center of Roar, you can't miss the Rhineford Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Elisa. I guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but hey, I'm ready if you are. Well, I'll just take it as it comes. Wishing you all the best. I bet you know something. You know everything. Literally, you know more than her mother. I bet you're working for them. Ooh, are you like a super spy? I don't know. I'm just throwing out random acts. At least you're working for people too. Clearly, she's working against her mother to develop something like a split off. She's gonna split off the Rhineford Group from the Rhineford Group. I don't know. I'm just saying nothing now. Oh, you look unique. Professor Thompson. Ah, splendid. Take a look, Peyton. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable, just as my test predicted we would. That's great. This is a big win for the both of us. I never could have done it without you. I owe you one. I feel as though there might be a reference here. I don't know either of these, and yet they're so named. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to come back here later. Because, oh, like they have a fucking factory. Is it like an orbital factory? Like, not like a legitimate factory, but like something you could actually house in like a small building. Which seems to be the case with most orbital factories. Hey, you three. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Oh, it's all about the ladies. You're talking about that. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors just to get in there. Oh my goodness, Crow, I'm not gonna let that happen. Are you three working out what to do for the concert? Yeah, we've got the general gist of it figured out now, but... let me ask you, Reen, would you prefer male or female vocals? That's a really important question too, since it will change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we do both? We could just like switch back and forth between who's singing. There are some really good songs, especially in Japanese songs, that switch back and forth. And who would have thought? For some reason, the Japanese songs that do that, it's hard to tell the difference between which one's males or males or females singing. Why don't we try both then? Oh, there we go. You know what? That'd be perfect. I really like the idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length too. Oh wait, we're doing 2 songs? I meant in the same song. Okay, whatever. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It'll let us use both plans, too. Yeah, you won't see me complaining. He really does seem excited for this. What do you think, Eustace? Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. I assume he's talking to Crow. You realize this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, correct? We need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. Well, I don't disagree. I also don't give a fuck about class. People will just vote for whichever one they like. We don't need to steal their voters. We need to make our own. Hey there, welcome to the supply room. We don't actually have too many supplies here though, since we're kind of in a rush. Still, if you want anything, let me know. You'll be my first customer. Don't worry, I won't buy anything. Ooh, rear deck. When it comes to firepower, the ship's equipped with the bare minimum. That's not just due to a lack of time either. It was a conscious decision on our part. We want to focus the ship to be the things it stands for, not how much fancy weaponry it's got. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't react appropriately if anyone's foolish enough to try anything with us. I mean, it's fast, but how good is fast when you have a fucking Titanic in the sky? Oh. That'll advance the story, presumably, so... I'll go check to see if there's anything else. And that looks like it would also advance the plot, so let's go talk to these 3. The airship we used in the core was pretty fast, but this one's even faster. In fact, the spec seems pretty high across the board, fancy stuff. Never a dull moment in Class 7, I guess. Yeah. The view from up here is so beautiful. I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Well, I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal? Nope, you're gonna die. Shame. Whoa, this ship is amazing! We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird. I kind of want one. What, a bird? Don't smash the bird, Milliam. I wonder if Gramps will get me my own airship if I ask him real nice. No, you can already fly around on Lammy. Don't get greedy. Oh, right, I remember something. When I was editing the last 2 episodes, and yes, because I just started, it would be the last 2 episodes at this point, Milliam had something weird going on. I don't know if it means anything, it could just be nothing. But she had this sort of like hunched over, like twiddling her fingers sort of look to her throughout a couple of the scenes. I didn't pay that much attention to it, but I noticed it one time and I was like, oh, that's weird, whatever. And then I noticed the second time, and I don't remember the exact scenes it was in, but it was weird and it just stood out to me, so I don't know. I don't know if it means anything. I don't know what it would mean, even if it doesn't mean something. But it was really weird, a really weird pose for her, and it seemed really out of character. So it seems to me like it was intentional, so whatever that means, probably nothing. Let's go advance the story. At long last, the nonsense has taken the skies of Arabonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest. I'll take your word for it. This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together. It was no easy ride, I'll say that. I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount XSEED installed as its captain. I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal. Well, for the ship to have the weight as a deterrent, I need the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's 2 competing factions. You can think of the nonsense as the first physical embodiment of that ideal. Third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what you're trying to accomplish. Given the right of our uniform on Class 7, I'm quite confident Class 7's part of that plan too. The road will be a difficult one though. True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing the ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart, just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the nonsense, and for the brave men and women of your class. Your Highness, well, we live in interesting times. The political situation for the Empire seems to grow more and more ominous by the day. But with any luck, making a real show out of the ship's launch will push back the prevailing climate. Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study. Ah, thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them. We won't, but I hope so. Instructor Sarah, Toval, what are you guys doing out here? Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping. That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram. Oh, you're nothing in comparison to some of the other guys. Always nice to see a friendly face, though. Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came to me as a surprise to see him on board, too. Clearly, it was meant to be. Oh, you two have a little history? Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with the Viscount XSEED side, whatever, I don't remember. The airship really isn't in its class of all its own, though. It's not really every day you get to see a ship owned by the Imperial family, captained by the Radiant Blade Master himself. This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Arabonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can be potentially keep both of them in check if need be. Might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people. That's true. So frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us when we need a hand, though. Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors I lost count. And I'm sure those names are both references to one of the previous games. Probably the one that involved Crossbell. I don't know which one it was, but there was one. I know there was one. McLean? Wait, are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. Why would I have heard of him? He's an A-rank bracer over in the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too. Wait, maybe we should back up a bit. The guy we're talking about is Arios Blade, aka the Divine Blade of the Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because you're also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves One Blade style. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. Master of the school's 2nd form. Sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade. Oh, he's pretty damn strong. Give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. He's a character from one of the games. You're talking about him before, right? He's the bracer who took command during the big incident 2 years ago. I don't know. Probably one of the important characters from that, I guess. Though, from what I hear, he left the Way of the Sword behind a while back. Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia? Wait, 2 years ago. It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that, but afterwards, you know the story from there. I don't, and I'd rather keep it that way. Shutter Guild branches. Oh yeah, you mean that part. Shutter Guild branches all across the Empire, one after another, and your dear sweet instructor was put out of a job. I guess I'll be the one to give you the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. Hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe we should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know. Me? A bracer? Huh, I never really thought about it before. Especially since they're basically non-existent in my homeland. Hey, there's enough of us singing the bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students. Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down. I guess I'll give it some thought. Oh, cool. Okay, I guess I should go back up now. So I haven't been able to repay Cassius for everything he did either. Oh well, we'll just have to do what we can to live the guild's ideals and keep the bracer spirit alive. I wonder if that's something to do with how she ended up working at the academy. Is Sarah in a previous Trails game? Sorta sounds like it based on this. Sounds like she has a lot on her mind right now. This ship should prove an effective deterrent since it's not affiliated with either faction. When you look at it that way, you can see the first steps of the prince is setting out to do. And of course, me and the guild will be behind him all the way. It would be much easier to, captain this place if you didn't risk the involvement of him. I mean, you're trying to deter the Imperial Army, right? Wouldn't you want to avoid potential saboteur from within because they're, what was it, about half from the Imperial Army? I know Vander, I know they're from his group, and they're probably good people. And maybe they really selectively pick people, but...
Attention all crew members and passengers.
Maybe they really selectively picked people. But still, you risk that, and honestly, bracers would probably be easier, just based on how they're talked about in terms of their intentions of being very people-friendly. They're very noble, from what I can hear, which is hard to believe for a faction, but assuming that's true.
We will soon be entering Ruhr airspace.
Rower. I don't care how they pronounce it. I'm pronouncing this shit how... I'm pronouncing all these names however the fuck I want. Now, I'm sorry if you are upset if I do that. I just cannot keep track of all the name pronunciations. Because as soon as they pronounce them, I'm like, oh, that's how you pronounce them. Okay, fine, that's how you pronounce them. And then I wait for like 20 minutes to 10 hours in this game for them to bring up the name again. And I'm suddenly like, oh shit, I don't remember how they pronounced it that singular time they pronounced it. And then I'm just going back to however I originally pronounced it, because that's the first thing that comes to mind. Usually because I said it like 20 times up to that point.
Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Okay, sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter fight than I expected. Guess I better go round up the others and start getting ready. Rower, 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 row air, row air, row air. Rower's airport has granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations and keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Alright, Captain. Why don't you just let us, like, parachute down? Oh, that would be so exciting. Preparing the nonsense to land. Including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. I can count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Ordis, okay? Yeah, sounds like things could get dangerous there. Haha, don't sweat it, we'll be fine. Oh, things are totally not going to be fine. You know, it'll be alright, even if a certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Haha, take care and roar, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into the festival prep, so hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Oh, you make a strangely bad point. Oh, good point. In a bad thing, good point. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have all the positions all figured out. Let's try to save at least a little bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I can find the energy. It's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. The spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and academy festival will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Our homeroom instructor is Sarah. We know that gist. May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. Yay! Let's go. The nonsense touched down at the massive Roar Airport, where we parted ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, we wasted no time getting to it wasted no time getting to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordis. Roar was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to the Rhinefridge corporate headquarters without missing a step. So basically, they didn't model most of the city. Okay. Okay. This tunnel goes on forever. Who would build a corporate headquarters in the middle of the grounds? Like at the end of this 20-mile tunnel? I can't help but recall trying to navigate through Guerrilla Fortress. I guess when you build tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. Oh, yeah. Or maybe if you're just copying and pasting assets for a video game. We're not far from the city center now. I want to brace yourselves. Roar is an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, it's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Oh, looks like we're finally out. Took them long enough to notice the huge gaping door. Fine. I can live with that. Looks very... The Industrial Metropolis. You know, is Roar in one of the previous games? Specifically the trails in the sky. Whoa. The city extends above and below? Well, Roar grew up around steel, fabrication, and heavy industry. That's how we came to be known as the Empire's Industrial Metropolis. You're right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. Feels like the city's even gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. No, normally it feels smaller since you're probably like, what, a nudge shorter at that point. The Rhineford corporate headquarters on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up the escalator. We're not staying there. We got a hotel, right?
Allow me to welcome you to Roar, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
So, oh, she's tagging along. Okay. Doggy! Doggy! Yay! Oh, I much prefer to do this with dogs than cats. Yeah. Rara was the first city in the world to have a railway run through it. Now we make orbital cars and airships and export them all over the world. We owe it all to the Rhineford Group. Okay. So why I'm asking if this was in a previous game? Because I have a really, really, really vague memory of this escalator. I feel... oh wow, a moving staircase. What do you say they're called again? Escalators. Right, the first one's built in ice. Oh my goodness. After that, technicians here decided to try and build one too. Guess they just wanted to show off a little, huh? Ha, like kids, I swear. Huh, look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Nice catch, Reen. That's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Rara has many factories and industrial facilities that the city has an enormous amount of orbital energy used. Having large generators and that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's actually quite a setup. Technology's really come a long way in such a short time. Very true. Again, okay, so was Zeiss the place in the trails in the sky? Because I don't remember shit about it. I remember that fucking escalator, though. There's this weird visuals coming into my mind of, like, of a pixel escalator like that. I could be completely wrong, but I remember something like that. And it's the weirdest thing that that's, like, the one fucking thing I remember from that game. In the, like, little bit that I played before I had to drop it for, like I said at the beginning, like, because life came up. Whoa. I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from the Rhineford's corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, but not as big as the Orcus Tower in Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower you can see from Grelly Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. Ha, no need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Shall we go inside then? Yeah, why not? Oh, we could... What are you people doing? It's enormous! I can barely see the top of it. It's actually hard to believe something like this was built by human hands. Was it built by human hands? I mean, do they have... I mean, they said heavy industry stuff, so... I assume they literally have construction equipment nowadays. Like fucking bulldozers and shit. Cranes and whatnot. The rest of the city is pretty nice, but I can't believe my eyes when I first saw this building. There's no company in the world quite like Rhineford, so I suppose it makes sense their corporate HQ is huge. It's so big that the camera can't even reach to the top. Man. Rhineford corporate headquarters is right over there. Shall we be going? No. You don't need to tell me where it is. No. Let's explore. We want to explore, right? Hotel Lagrange. No, come on. I assume we're going to be staying at Hotel Lagrange. Am I going down the escalator?
Master Reen, please don't cause too much trouble. Let's make our way to the Rhineford headquarters.
Screw that, I'm going to go down the...
Of course. Why is she singling me out?
Because I'm going down the up escalator. Oh, I could do this for hours. I just need to... Oh, okay, I could do it for like a minute. There we go. Okay, they really do not want me to go look at other things. Fine. Okay, what's here? Welcome to Peronia's, where we always want you to save money. Whether it's food or general goods you want, we've got it. And your wallet will love us just as much as you will. Well, we can say... No, but I want to love them. My wallet wants to love them. It's screaming out in pain of heartbreak. Come on. No, I'm not even... no, fuck that. I'm not going the up escalator. I'm going the fucking down escalator. I will make a fucking point of this. This escalator is my biggest connection to this series, and I will keep it that way.